When I was younger, when I was going into elementary, first grade, I saw myself as the only Indian kid there, the only brown kid. And because of that, I felt weird. I felt different. I felt that I needed to be someone else so that people would like me. They didn't like speaking because what if I sounded weird? I didn't like showing my face because what if I looked weird? I didn't like raising my hand for questions because, if I answered and I was right, that made me smart, right? That made me a nerd. I was always changing myself so that other people would like me. But guess who didn't like himself? Me. If you really want to escape your labels, if you want to escape how other people see you, how their first impression of you is, the way that you have to do it is not by trying to be like them. It's not being a wannabe. It's not through action. It's not through doing things that other people do, because you're always going to be seen as someone who's trying to be like everybody else, who's trying to be average. And that's not a person who is respected. Instead of changing your actions, trying this new pickup line, trying this new way to talk, trying this outfit that someone else told you about, and even if, you do attract people, and even if people start to like you, you'll internalize, wait a minute, people like the version of me that alters because I listen to what someone else says. I saw this guy on YouTube and I was like, these are the best pickup lines to take. And so I took them and I used them and it worked. But then does that mean that I'm not the person people actually want? That it's the pickup lines, it's the other people. That makes you very insecure. It makes you think that you are not desired, that you are not wanted. That's not the way to change who you are. The way you change who you are is by looking completely inwards. It's by looking down into your heart and saying, who do I actually want to be? And instead of saying I want to be that person, it's not about setting this time frame with these goals to be that person. In your head, you have to tell yourself, I am this person. Most people won't tell you this. They'll tell you that to become this person, you have to do this thing and this tactic, use this strategy, use this method. And you're right, maybe those things work. But does it really change you? This in your heart, does it change your brain? Maybe it'll have some impact, but nothing the way that telling yourself, I am this person, and because I am this person, I will act in this certain way. When you begin action from the inside out, you say, I am this person, and so I will act this way, instead of I'm gonna act this way so I can try to be that person. No, I am this person. I am a very fit person, so that means I will wake up and go for a run. I will not eat sugar. Instead of being the person like, let me just go on this 30-day challenge, let me try to lose as much weight as possible. Because then they just gain it all back. This is what happens. This is why people who start off New Year's with new goals don't even achieve them. It's because they're looking for the action. They're not changing who they are. You have to tell yourself, I am a person that people respect. So then when you wake up, the moment your eyes open, I am a person that people respect. So what would a person people respect do? And so you go and do those things. Whoa, he would build his own body. He would work on himself. He would stop caring about what everyone else is doing. He would stop going on Instagram and checking everybody else's stories. Suddenly, now you're acting like the person that is respected by everybody. You have to be able to take risks. But you're not going to be able to do that and have that complete motivation until you are that person. And you can convince yourself you are that person in your mind. And once you do that, the actions will start flowing and you will, on the outside, become that person. To be someone on the outside, you have to be that person on the inside first. That's how you go from being a nerd to being smart. You get jacked. You start on these business ventures. You build a mindset that is strong. You're able to talk to people. But it all comes from seeing yourself as someone who is smart. I used to always see myself as a nerd. And guess what happened? I was a nerd. Why? Because I acted in the ways that I thought I was. But the moment I switched my identity, I was like, no, that's not who I am. I am a smart person. Because I have the ability to do great things. And I just also happen to have a lot of knowledge. Now, it switches, right? If you don't understand that, you're always going to be stuck being the person that other people want you to be, and you don't want to be that person. If you're going to be someone else, you're always going to feel fake. You're always never going to feel real, authentic. You're never going to feel happy. You're never going to think that you actually did something and it came from you. I promise you, you have the complete ability to do this. Instead of making a goal, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to go on this 2-week challenge, tell yourself, I am this person for life. I am this person. I am the person who doesn't eat sugar. I am the person who sticks to a healthy diet. I am the person who works out every day. I am the person who reads a book every single day. I am the person who goes to sleep early. I am the person who is morally correct all the time. You tell yourself that you're that person, and you really convince yourself that person, and all the actions will flow outward. You don't need a challenge. You don't need a log. You don't need anything. You are that person. That's how you become someone great. You tell yourself, I am someone great, and therefore I will do everything that someone great will do. And it's never going to be easy. There are always going to be people who are going to tell you and remind you of who you were before. But if you think about anybody that you respect online, anybody that you respect in the world today, they weren't always that person. They gained respect by becoming a new version of themselves. They said, I am not the person who doesn't get respected anymore. And so I will act like the person who gets respected because I am that person. And guess what? Now they are respected. You're always going to have people who tell you that you can't do it, tell you that you're not going to ever be that person. Don't listen to them. What do they know about you? You have it in your own mind. You have the power to become great if you choose to. But you have to decide to switch your identity. You have to decide to completely be that person for life. It's not a challenge. It's who you are. That is how you break any label. That is how you change anything. You tell yourself, I am greater than how these people see me, and I will act every single day in that way. I'm still working on this. I'm still trying to be better. I still have these conceptions that I have about myself, these assumptions that are not true. But what do I have to do? I have to keep convincing my mind every single day. I have to show up for myself and tell myself, I am this great person. And so I will not indulge in something that that great person wouldn't indulge in. That is how I am able to show up every single day. That is how I'm able to wake up and love my life every single day. Hope you got something from this video. Go out and conquer.